Everyone, it's Crystal Marshall here. I've been a pro photographer for almost 12 years, and I can tell you all of my great things on using a fancy dancy camera. But if you have a phone on you right now, that means you're a photographer. So welcome to my kids photography course. All of the complicated things aside, we're going to have a lot of fun, teach you everything I know about photography in very, very short snippets, easy to learn, fun activities. Walk with me and hang out with me as my kids go to the pool and go to the park and all sorts of great field trips with us, and just join along with their family as I teach you some great tricks and tips how to use your phone that you have right here, even the old phone that I'm shooting this entire thing on, this 5-6-year-old phone. If you have a phone with you, then you can be a photographer. So I'm going to show you all my tricks and tips in this course. You're going to have some fun. You're going to have some great examples to work with, some great editing tools, some some things. Tag me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I would love to see your work, and welcome to the program. Hey, good morning. Welcome to my crazy house. This is the sun in the morning. I absolutely love how the sun comes in. I definitely think this is one of my favorite parts of the day. I can have my coffee here. I'm just going to look over these plants that I specifically put over here to get the morning sun. And maybe there's somewhere in your house that you have a favorite spot that the light comes in really pretty, and you put a beautiful scene together of your favorite things. Now we go to the opposite side of the house, where it's not really bright lighting. It's more of a soft, diffuse light because the light is on the other side of the house. I'm just taking some pictures of my plants here, and I'm going to show you what the differences are. So maybe you go to the opposite side of your house where you have a different lighting situation, or maybe it's in the dark or something. Just like with any science experiment, we're going to compare and contrast using the same type of object so that we see it in different ways. We're going to take this little mug here, this little planter. We're going to try to put it in different areas of the house. See what it looks like comparing the different lighting. So the first thing I'm going to do is natural light, see different things. Then I'm going to switch on to flash, which most people are probably doing as a default. And we're going to compare and contrast what it looks like compared to natural light, compared to a harsh sunlight, compared to more of a soft diffuse light. So that's an exercise that you can do at home. Okay, we're going to take the same mug and we're going to put it on the ground and see this beautiful harsh lighting. This is what you kind of see on Instagram and product photography for those that are doing foods or perfume or that kind of thing. And we're going to see the difference. Okay, let's take the same mug and go outside. I'm a mom of 3 and I have kids, 11, 9, and 6 right now. So we just have stuff everywhere. But you know what? This is life. Okay, we're going to take that same mug and we're going to put it on a little coffee table outside the house and see which photos that we like the best. And you can do that as well. You can take a favorite flower vase or favorite piece of jewelry. Okay, so here's the results of some of these images of me just walking around our house doing some of these basic steps that I want you to practice at your home. And we have some diffuse lighting, we have some harsh lighting. Here's the same mug but with the flash on. I don't like it as much. I just don't think it really tells a good story. I love that. That's a really cool look. Again, this is more of a softer look outside. And here you go. So practice it at home. In photography, we have a really fancy word called the rule of thirds, where you're trying to put your subject on the leftmost corner, the rightmost corner, the uppermost corner, the lowermost corner. So you're going to see these little grids on my photos to show you how I'm framing these particular people and my children or my feet or whatever I'm taking photos of. I'm going to make sure that my subject is in a good quadrant. So this week, try it and tag me on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram with your photos. Okay, today we're going to talk about perspective and angles. Yes, you can totally shoot depth of field with your portrait mode. But without even portrait mode, you can do some really interesting angles by shooting up at flowers, by shooting above flowers, by pointing the camera down. You get a totally different look and a different feel just by moving your ankle, bending your knees, shooting over, shooting under. So this week, I want you to try to do all sorts of different things. Stand on a chair, with parents' permission, that kind of thing. Duct tape your phone on the top of your ceiling or your ceiling fan. Just see at a different angle and to see what you find around you and around your house. Make sure that you're laying down on the ground, getting in the dirt, getting a little bit dirty. That's all a part of the process, is experimenting in a safe way. So it's your turn to try it. Tag me online. Follow along with me as you hang out with my kids at the pool today. We're going to do some leading lines. I love how I see a lot of poles. I see a lot of framing here, how these circles are just drawing my eye in. I love this little ladder he's going up. I'm seeing such great lines here and such geometry. There's my little feet. And I love this brick here on the wall that's drawing my eyes in. Here's some examples. So as you are walking around, see some bricks, see some lines on the wall, see some railings to really get leading lines to draw your eye closer and to frame your subject a little bit so we have some perspective. Instead of just a plain old shot front on, get creative with it and really make sure that you get some creative angles and see things around you as you go around town. I hope you're following me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram to tag me in all your favorite photos from this course. So make sure you do that down below. We're going to do something a little different today. I actually made a room in my house, in my studio, my home studio, that has a bunch of LED lights, all from Five Below and Walmart and anywhere that I can find some cheapo lights. And I literally just hung them all over the wall. I have different tools here. You see a copper pipe. You see cool kaleidoscope glasses, all from Five Below and Walmart. This is a prism that you get from online. It's like a science kind of tool that you see in elementary school. This is a copper pipe that you can get from Home Depot and online. It's like $8. We have a cool disco ball in there. Some really cool stuff that you can do with color and light and reflections and how light is reflected off of different surfaces. You can use mirrors. You can use pretty much anything. Twinkly lights, fairy lights from Christmas time from the Dollar Tree to make all sorts of really cool patterns and shapes to try to bend light, to try to move light, to try to give it some light trails, all sorts of things. So if you can go to the Dollar Tree and Five Below and find as many neon lights as you can, and anything that makes reflections, anything that makes kaleidoscope effects, you are going to be overwhelmed with the amount of really cool photos that you can do just at your home, in just a corner of your room against a white wall with all these neon lights and some really cool stuff. And so you'll never go to Home Depot, Walmart, and the Dollar Tree the same again, knowing that you can get so many really cool tools for cheap or free. So here's me and my daughter just playing around with some really cool shapes, lights, patterns, and reflections. So I cannot wait to see what you guys are going to do and what you can create using stuff just around your house with a black wall or a black sheet, that kind of thing. So happy shooting! We are going to be talking about motion, capturing motion. I'm laying on the ground during burst mode on my camera just to get as many shots as possible. I was doing some directions like jump, point, jumping jacks, leap, do all this stuff, and I'm laying literally on the ground with this beautiful sun behind us. So this week, this is something you guys can try at home, on a swing set, at the park, at your local park. Just get some silhouettes, get some motion, get some people doing monkey bars, doing some swings, have them jump, obviously in a safe way, to just get different cool angles and looks. I love that I had to take like 100 photos to do all this stuff. So good luck and happy creating. Today we're going to get really small and get close up, find things around you in your house. Zoom in using the ×1, ×2, or if you have more than that. This is an iPhone 8 Plus. It's a little bit older and doesn't have a lot of the functions, which is on purpose so that we can learn how to do stuff with an older phone, which is what most kids have. Look around for bushes, for leaves, tiny things in your home, maybe jewelry from your mom. Maybe there's some cool vintage stuff in your house. just really take the time to walk around your yard, walk around your house, find little things that is of interest to you, find good lighting. Here are some great little shots I took this morning before the lighting got really harsh. A little tomato hanging from my plant. This is a little corn stalk. We have some beautiful palm leaves here, the side of a flower. I'm trying to frame it like we talked about in the other one, where you're using 1/3 of, like 1/2 to put the main focus into a framing area. That's an interesting framing. Some textures. Make sure you walk around and look for things around your house that you can use for this close-up macro lesson. Happy shooting, guys. All right, today's exercise, we're going to be doing flat lay photography. Get yourself a nice window source, some props, some things from your kitchen, some spoons, some eggs, some fruit, you know, whatever you have laying around that you just want to practice with, some oranges, whatever. These are some great little props that you just have laying around in your house. Get some of these Dollar Tree textures, wallpaper, stuff like that, to make some beautiful stock photography types of things that you're going to be seeing online that you can put text over them. They're great for clients. They're great for practicing products and food. Bowls, these are things that you're going to see in magazines, and these were all just taken with my front door opened up, laying on the ground with some props on top of that piece of wallpaper that you just saw. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about my favorite editing tools. Crystal Marshall here for the kids iPhone photography course. If you haven't already asked your parents to download some great apps on your phone, please do it. Some things that I would love: Vosco, Snapseed, Lightroom, Videoleap, Photoleaps. These are all apps that I use on a daily basis to grow my following, to have a good workflow, to save time. Part of the editing process is just beautifying what's already there, seeing what's in your hands. A lot of it comes in camera, but most of it is enhanced in post using some of these great apps. So go to the app store with a parent or an adult and see what some great apps that you can use to enhance your photos. Happy shooting, guys. Hey everyone, it's Crystal Marshall here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this course. You got to just see everything that I do, all my crazy field trips and all the stuff that I do, and I cannot wait to see what you guys learn. We talked about leading lines, we talked about product flat lay, finding good light, the color of light, motion, capturing different angles, having good perspectives. Please tag me at Virginia Marketing and Media on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I would love to see your behind the scenes, all the creative ideas that you guys do from this course, and have a good one. Happy shooting.